crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrollers. 27 November 2024 edition. Crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrollers. 27 November 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs November 15th to November 21st, 2024.
APT, Rosé et Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
AJ Kiraat, Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya. Tu boda, Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida. Si antes te hubiera conocido, Karol G. Minnale, Aricharan Isweta Moan.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Top hits on Apple Music 27. November 2024. Sticky Feet, Glorilla, Sexy Red and Lil Wayne. Tyler, the Creator. Wildflower, Billie Eilish. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. What You Can't Know About Me. Glorilla, Sexy Red. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, November 15th to Thursday, November 21st, 2024. Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars.
APT, Rosé, Bruno Mars.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. Who Jimin.
Tu boda, Oscar Maidon, Fuerza Regida.
From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 11th to November 17th, 2024. Most viewed films in English. Hot Frosty, Meet Me Next Christmas. Minions, The Rise of Gru. Most viewed films non-English. Let Go, The Lost Children. The Buckingham Murders. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 11th to November 17th, 2024. Most watched TV in English. Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson. Arcane Season 2. Cobra Kai Season 6. Most viewed TV non-English. The Cage Season 1. Bank Under Siege, Limited Series. Sisters Feud Season 1. Dan Da Dan. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from 27 November 2024. My Sims, Cozy Bundle. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Stardew Valley. Stray. Steam's hottest games. Global top selling and top played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue for Tuesday, November 12, 2024 to Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG Battlegrounds. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases 6 industrial control systems advisories. CISA adds 1 known exploited vulnerability to catalog. 1 more drop in the AI ocean. UTI's ATTS 0.2-500M. 350M parameter model demonstrates that high-quality speech synthesis is achievable through a straightforward approach using crafted prompts and audio tokens. Built upon the Qwen 2.5-0.5b, this version was trained on larger and more diverse datasets, resulting in significant improvements across all aspects of performance. Walmart is considering reversing some of its diversity policies in response to pressure from conservative groups. The UK Supreme Court is hearing a significant legal case that could alter the definition of woman in law. Additionally, an Exxon executive suggests that U.S. oil firms are unlikely to adopt a drill approach under the Trump administration. Harris aides claim that internal polling never showed her leading Trump. Sharon Stone asserts that Trump's victory was due to the uneducated and non-traveling American population. Notably, Trump's guitars were recently hit with a cease and desist order from Gibson due to the use of the Les Paul body shape. Trump unveiled a limited edition American Eagle acoustic and electric guitar just a week ago. Brett Goldstein confirms that Ted Lasso was heavily inspired by The Wizard of Oz. Bottega Veneta's latest must-have accessory is a giant Richard Scarry children's book. The World of Warcraft 20th Anniversary Celebration update is now live. New U.S. regulations will permit HIV-positive organ transplants to commence. Biden has proposed that Medicare and Medicaid cover the expensive weight loss medications for millions of obese Americans. Additionally, preliminary data indicates that severe COVID-19 may cause cancer tumors to shrink. TikTok is considering blocking teenagers from using beauty filters due to concerns about their mental health. In a related development, a U.S. judge ruled that influencers should face lawsuits for copying the creator's vibe. This comes after a recent report of a creator suing another for allegedly copying her vibe. Additionally, a study suggests a positive association between internet use and mental health among adults aged 50 and above in 23 countries. Loneliness is associated with neural representations and language usage that diverge from the shared cultural norms. A recent study reveals that dementia may manifest a decade earlier in men at high risk for heart disease. Additionally, a landmark study sheds light on the prevalence of inflammatory bowel disease among over 100,000 American youth. Meta's Threads is shifting its focus to follower-friendly feeds in response to the rapid user growth of its rival, Blue Sky. Formula One is expanding its grid, with General Motors set to become the 11th team in 2026. This move marks General Motors' entry into the Formula One world, as they are bringing a Cadillac team to the sport. The Biden administration has given preliminary approval to a $6.6 billion loan to Rivian, an electric vehicle manufacturer. After the Office software outage, Microsoft faced allegations of data scraping in Word and Excel. Microsoft clarified that Word and Excel AI data scraping was not enabled by default. Additionally, Qualcomm reportedly lost interest in the Intel takeover. Lastly, Claude.ai can now adapt its writing style to match yours. Elon Musk's startup XAI is reportedly worth more than the billionaire paid for Twitter. OpenAI has paused the development of its video model, Sora, after artists leaked access to the model in protest. Uber is constructing a fleet of gig workers to label data for AI models. Crypto exchange Kraken has shut down its NFT marketplace. The Fifth Circuit has ruled that the Office of Foreign Assets Control (OFAC) overstepped its authority in sanctioning Tornado Cash's immutable smart contracts. Federal Reserve minutes indicate that officials prefer gradual rate cuts rather than abrupt ones. The U.S. agency approves licenses to extend coverage to dead zones for T-Mobile and SpaceX, as the FCC's plan to bring cell service to every corner of America. In other news, France's Orange partners with OpenAI and Meta to develop custom African language AI models. Additionally, Google tests more DMA changes in Europe, including dropping maps for hotel results. Mexico proposes imposing its own tariffs as a retaliatory measure against any potential tariffs imposed by the United States. In a recent statement, Goldman Sachs estimated that Trump's proposed tariff increases could lead to a nearly 1% increase in inflation. Additionally, Trump has vowed to impose an additional 10% tariff on China, 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. On a different note, Zimbabwe held a debt conference to chart its ambitious return to global finance. During the conference, Zimbabwe announced that it would pay approximately $6.331 billion to white farmers as part of its efforts to secure access to international funds. Eyewitnesses in Gaza report that Israel is employing sniper drones to target Palestinians. In a significant development, Russia's security chief met with Taliban officials in Kabul, and Russia expressed its intention to strengthen its ties with Afghanistan. The U.S., on the other hand, was urged to contribute to the reconstruction efforts in the region. Additionally, a UN advisor was dismissed for refusing to acknowledge the Gaza conflict as a genocide, as argued in an article published in the Wall Street Journal. Russia expels a British diplomat over alleged espionage activities. In response, the UK's number 10 dismisses Russia's spy claims as baseless. Brian Krebs comments that a hacker involved in snowflake extortions may be a U.S. soldier. Additionally, NASA discovers a secret U.S. military base buried 100 feet deep in Greenland ice. TikTok's CEO was summoned to the European Parliament over its role in the shocking Romanian election, where a Romanian Putin supporter and TikTok star won in a surprising first-round victory. Meanwhile, UNESCO has warned online influencers that they urgently need training in fact-checking. Additionally, Twitter's objection to The Onion's purchase of InfoWars serves as a reminder that social media users do not own their accounts. Steam removes October 7th game at request of UK counter-terrorism unit. 3 Uzbek nationals arrested in the killing of an Israeli-Moldovan rabbi in the UAE. And UAE thanks Turkey for helping to arrest suspects in killing of Israeli rabbi. A fugitive wanted in the US for a pair of bombings is arrested in the UK after 20 years on the run. Major cybercrime operation nets over 1,000 arrests across Africa. In India, meth seized from a Myanmar boat costs more than the aircraft carrier Vikrant, which cost $2.49 billion to build. The Indian Coast Guard also seized 5.5 tons of drugs in the Andaman waters, making it the largest narcotics haul ever. Interpol's financial crime operation made a record 5,500 arrests and seized over $400 million in worthless assets. Brazil's antitrust authority has ordered Apple to remove restrictions on in-app payments. Leica has achieved a historic sales record, demonstrating the growth of the luxury camera market. Additionally, the USPTO has filed a petition to cancel Oracle's JavaScript trademark, following a 2-month-old challenge from the JavaScript community. Flash floods and landslides on Indonesia's Sumatra Island claimed the lives of 16 people. Unexplained heat wave hotspots are appearing across the globe. Astronauts were forced to shut down a Russian space station module due to an unusual odor emanating from the spacecraft. Over half of the long posts on LinkedIn are likely AI-generated, since the launch of ChatGPT. A Stanford study reveals that 9.5% of engineers engage in minimal work, highlighting the $90 billion ghost engineer problem in the tech industry. A new publisher, Spines, aims to disrupt the industry by utilizing AI to publish 8,000 books in 2025 alone. Crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrollers. 26. November 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube Music Charts. Global Top Songs November 15th to November 21st, 2024.
APT, Rosé et Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
AJ Kiraat, Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya. Tu boda, Oscar Maidón y Fuerza Regida. Si antes te hubiera conocido. Karol G. Minnale, Aricharan Isweta Moan.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Top hits on Apple Music 26. November 2024. Sticky Feet, Glorilla, Sexy Red and Lil Wayne. Tyler, the Creator. Wildflower, Billie Eilish. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. What You Can Know About Me. Glorilla, Sexy Red. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, November 15th to Thursday, November 21st, 2024. Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars.
APT, Rosé, Bruno Mars.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. Who Jimin.
Tu boda, Oscar Maidón, Fuerza Regida.
From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 11th to November 17th, 2024. Most viewed films in English. Hot Frosty, Meet Me Next Christmas. Minions, The Rise of Gru. Most viewed films non-English. Let Go, The Lost Children. The Buckingham Murders. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 11th to November 17th, 2024. Most watched TV in English. Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson. Arcane Season 2. Cobra Kai Season 6. Most viewed TV non-English. The Cage Season 1. Bank Under Siege, Limited Series. Sisters Feud Season 1. Dan Da Dan. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from 26. November 2024. My Sims, Cozy Bundle. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Stardew Valley. Stray. Steam's hottest games. Global top selling and top played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue for Tuesday, November 12, 2024 to Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG Battlegrounds. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases insights from Red Team assessment of a U.S. critical infrastructure sector organization. CISA and partners release update to Bienlian ransomware cybersecurity advisory. USDA releases success story detailing the implementation of phishing-resistant multi-factor authentication. One more drop in the AI ocean. Lightrix LTX Video. LTX Video is the first DT-based video generation model capable of generating high-quality videos in real time. It produces 24 FPS videos at a 768 by 512 resolution faster than they can be watched. Trained on a large-scale dataset of diverse videos, the model generates high-resolution videos with realistic and varied content. We provide a model for both text-to-video as well as image plus text-to-video use cases. Apple's thin iPhone, lacking physical SIMs, could potentially hinder sales in China. Threads, inspired by X, introduces AI-generated summaries of trending topics. Elon Musk unveils Neuralink study on a mind-controlled robotic arm. NVIDIA unveils Figado, an AI tool that transforms sound creation for music, ads, and gaming. AI boom makes the 139-year-old cable company Japan's hottest stock. 88% of workers would use AI to overcome task paralysis, Google study says. Blue Sky is accused of violating EU regulations regarding the disclosure of information, according to the European Union. Corning has submitted a bid to settle the EU's antitrust case related to Gorilla Glass. Elon Musk suggests that Twitter restricts posts containing links. Cyberattacks have cost British businesses a staggering $55 billion over the past 5 years, according to a recent report. Notably, a ransomware attack on the supply chain management software provider Blue Yonder has forced Starbucks to manually pay its baristas, highlighting the impact of such attacks on businesses. Furthermore, a study suggests that deadline violations can negatively affect perceived work quality and worker evaluations. Axios reports that the Biden administration's agenda has spurred a remarkable $1 trillion in economic investment. In other news, Intel has secured a substantial $7.9 billion award for constructing a new U.S. chip plant. Additionally, Chinese scientists have made a groundbreaking discovery, claiming to have successfully developed a converged energy beam weapon, drawing parallels to the iconic Death Star from Star Wars. In the U.S., State Department faces questions over reported counseling after Trump win. It has been reported that, four Democratic firms raked in $600 million running ads for Kamala's failed campaign, and Kamala Harris burned through $1.5 billion in 15 weeks. Tom Homan says, "I guarantee funds will be cut from states not cooperating on deportation." Washington Post comments that Biden should pardon Trump. Washington Examiner comments that Harris hints her Hawaii vacation was a preparation for her political comeback. Biden will attend Trump's inauguration in January, according to the White House. 3 years ago, Trump tweeted that he was skipping Biden's inauguration, and Biden responded, "It's a good thing that Trump is skipping the inauguration." Music revenues surpass cinema's pre-pandemic peak due to the streaming boom. Sony is developing a handheld console capable of running PS5 games. In the UK, private equity firms and European broadcasters emerge as potential suitors for ITV. Blue Man Group, after more than 3 decades, will be ending its residency in New York City. Elton John has been battling an infection in the right eye for 4 months and is uncertain whether to resume recording in the studio. Drake has accused Universal Music and Spotify of artificially inflating Kendrick Lamar's numbers for the diss track, Not Like Us. BYD rolled off its 6 millionth new energy vehicle as of November 2024. 10 months ago, China's BYD overtakes Tesla as top-selling electric car seller. German steel giant ThyssenKrupp to slash 11,000 jobs. Trump says he will impose new tariffs on Canada, Mexico and China on first day. India's D. Gyuksh, the youngest player ever to qualify for the FIDE World Chess Championship. More than half of English speakers now watch foreign language content. Oldest known alphabet unearthed in ancient Syrian city. Anthropic introduces the Model Context Protocol, a universal and open standard that enables seamless connectivity between AI systems and data sources, eliminating the need for fragmented integrations and replacing them with a single protocol. IMAX partners with Cambi.ai to bring AI-powered translations and dubbing to theaters worldwide, revolutionizing the movie-going experience. In a remarkable white glove sale, the collection of Larry Warsh featuring 31 Keith Haring subway drawings fetched an impressive $9.2 million. National Review reports that DEI training material increases perception of non-existent prejudice, in agreement with Hitler rhetoric as a study finds. Texas abortion laws are straining the OBGYN workforce, new study shows. In the UK, BBC risks losing working-class viewers to GB News, Lord's report finds, as UK news coverage at risk of fracturing irreparably within 10 years, peers warn. Crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrollers. 25. November 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs November 15th to November 21st, 2024.
APT, Rosé et Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
AJ Kiraat, Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya. Tu boda, Oscar Maidón y Fuerza Regida. Si antes te hubiera conocido. Karol G. Minnale, Aricharan Isweta Moan.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Top hits on Apple Music 25. November 2024. Sticky Feet, Glorilla, Sexy Red and Lil Wayne. Tyler, the Creator. Wildflower, Billie Eilish. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. What You Can't Know About Me. Glorilla, Sexy Red. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, November 15th to Thursday, November 21st, 2024. Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars.
APT, Rosé, Bruno Mars.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. Who Jimin.
Tu boda, Oscar Maidón, Fuerza Regida.
From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 11th to November 17th, 2024. Most viewed films in English. Hot Frosty, Meet Me Next Christmas. Minions, The Rise of Gru. Most viewed films non-English. Let Go, The Lost Children. The Buckingham Murders. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 11th to November 17th, 2024. Most watched TV in English. Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson. Arcane Season 2. Cobra Kai Season 6. Most viewed TV non-English. The Cage Season 1. Bank Under Siege, Limited Series. Sisters Feud Season 1. Dun Da Dun. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from 25. November 2024. My Sims, Cozy Bundle. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Stardew Valley. Stray. Steam's hottest games. Global top selling and top played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue for Tuesday, November 12, 2024 to Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG Battlegrounds. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases insights from Red Team assessment of a U.S. critical infrastructure sector organization. CISA and partners release update to Bienlian ransomware cybersecurity advisory. USDA releases success story detailing the implementation of phishing-resistant multi-factor authentication. One more drop in the AI ocean. Lightrix LTX Video. LTX Video is the first DT-based video generation model capable of generating high-quality videos in real time. It produces 24 FPS videos at a 768 by 512 resolution faster than they can be watched. Trained on a large-scale dataset of diverse videos, the model generates high-resolution videos with realistic and varied content. We provide a model for both text-to-video as well as image plus text-to-video use cases. AI enhanced the 1970 human washing machine to create a sensation at the Osaka Expo. Google is preparing Gemini to take action within applications. Almost 10% of South Korea's workforce is now composed of robots. Axios comments that Trump's mass deportation plan could clog immigration courts for years. Politico comments that Raimondo's urgent mission is to leave no cash for Trump. MTG says that sanctuary states and cities should explain to the DOGE why they deserve federal money. Ukraine has lost more than 40% of the land it seized in Russia's Kursk region, according to a senior Kyiv military source. Additionally, the Blackwater founder asserts that there is no chance for Ukraine to reclaim the Russia-annexed lands. Furthermore, banks in the United Arab Emirates, Turkey, and Thailand have ceased servicing UnionPay cards issued by Gazprom Bank. In the U.S., the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, passenger searches were suspended after a watchdog discovered evidence of civil rights violations and racial profiling. In Brazil, a survey by Datafolha revealed that 6 out of 10 brown people do not identify as black. A report by the French National Institute for Health and Medical Research INSERM found that half of female doctors have experienced sexist or sexual violence from a colleague. In Israel, the government announced its decision to sever ties with Haaretz, the country's largest newspaper, following the publisher's decision to refer to terrorists as freedom fighters. Additionally, officials in Israel and Lebanon reported that they were on the verge of signing a ceasefire deal. Furthermore, an advisor to the supreme leader of Iran stated that Iran was preparing to respond to Israel. Far-right populist surprises in Romanian presidential election, appearing set to enter runoff. North Korea, Russia agree on sports exchanges in 2025, KCNA says. Trump reportedly plans to kick trans troops out of the military within days of inauguration. Global plastics treaty talks commence final session amidst uncertainty, foretelling a crisis in the next decade, warns expert. Bolivia experiences heavy rains, resulting in mudslides and loss of life, with one person missing and homes destroyed. Scientific American reports that generative AI is set to worsen the e-waste crisis, as a study finds that generative AI could generate millions of tons of e-waste by the end of the decade. European mobile payment system Wero is launching in Belgian banks. The Canadian government is auctioning off a rare Pokémon card from its surplus list. Rumors suggest that the A20 Pro chipset for the iPhone 18 series, expected to be released in 2026, could be manufactured by Intel. COP29 climate talks concluded with a $300 billion annual pledge, which Guterres called a base to build on. Additionally, the Climate Disaster Fund will commence paying out in 2025. Greta Thunberg, on the other hand, criticized the COP29 draft as a complete disaster and a death sentence. Furthermore, the drift of Earth's pole has confirmed that groundwater depletion is a significant contributor to global sea level rise between 1993 and 2010. Lastly, climate change has caused Kyoto's peak autumn foliage viewing to occur in mid-December. In the UK, a poll claims that 2/3 support assisted dying bill. Justice Secretary expressed concerns about the proposals. Judges also warned of serious logistical problems with the assisted dying bill. In the U.S., Senator Roger Marshall introduced the Defining Male and Female Act of 2024, a bill to codify legal definitions of male, female, and sex to ensure they are based on biology rather than ideology. Additionally, Denmark announced its plan to make its medical cannabis pilot program permanent. Miley Cyrus vehemently denies Bruno Mars' plagiarism claims and files a motion to dismiss the Flowers copyright lawsuit. In another news update, U.S. Customs has seized over 3,000 counterfeit Gibson guitars. Lastly, Tim Robbins expresses concern about the future of cinema if online streamers continue to dominate the industry. BMW 5 Series claims German Car of the Year title in 2025. Bloomberg suggests Northvolt's decline began with BMW's decision to discontinue production. UniCredit proposes a $10.5 billion acquisition of Banco BPM, a competitor in Italy. In the third quarter of 2024, the number of bankruptcy declarations among EU businesses increased by 2.7% compared to the second quarter. PLA fires up world's first underwater boron ramjet for unstoppable anti-ship missiles, as world's first underwater boron ramjet for hypersonic weapons achieves 90% efficiency. Chinese scientists build recoilless AK-47 that can be wielded by almost any drone. South Korea, Malaysia agreed to cooperate in defense minerals. Russia says it needs migrants to fill labor shortage. Russia recruits Yemeni mercenaries to fight in Ukraine, and Putin signs law forgiving debt arrears for new Russian recruits for Ukraine war. Putin's assassination targets revealed in declassified memo, as declassified U.S. intelligence memorandum details Russia's suspected targeting of political adversaries abroad. As the U.S. debt reaches a staggering $36 trillion, approximately 1 in every $5 the government spends is repaid to investors who lent it money. In a groundbreaking move, the UK government is set to conduct its first major trial to address poverty by providing cash to homeless individuals. Additionally, Miley officially ended her relationship with Villarreal, asserting that she is now closer to the cast, and that the vice president has no influence on Argentina's policy. Ubidium has announced the development of a universal processor that integrates CPU, GPU, DSP, and FPGA functionalities. This RISC-V-powered chip is expected to be released in 2 years. Jensen, however, stated that solving AI hallucination problems is still several years away and requires a significant increase in computation. Additionally, the Biden administration might impose trade restrictions on up to 200 more Chinese chip companies. In the U.S., a Georgia city will blow up an old hotel to greet 2025. Indian man wakes up on funeral pyre moments before it being lit. Cheating spouse is no longer a crime in New York, with the repeal of a little-known 1907 law. South Korean investors are shifting their focus to U.S. stocks and cryptocurrencies, leading to a decline in South Korea's stock market as investors flock to the cryptocurrency market. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal recently signed a $11 million settlement for an Astrals NFT. Additionally, the Alternative for Germany, AfD party has included Bitcoin in its election program for the upcoming Bundestag elections in Germany. Russia prepared to bash Britain with massive cyber attack. Ministers to warn NATO conference. Meta-powered military chatbot advertised giving worthless advice on airstrikes. U.S. Air Force says drone spotted near 3 bases in England last week. In Canada, doctors in northern Saskatchewan treat 27 scurvy cases, highlight food insecurity. Psychosis symptoms found to precede adolescent cannabis use. An average of 140 women and girls were killed by a partner or relative per day in 2023, the UN says. Google unveils GLASSBRIDGE, a pro-China influence network of fake news websites. Security Ministry warns that foreign spies may be employing deepfakes to target China and its citizens. Ministers warn NATO conference that Russia is prepared to launch a massive cyber attack on Britain. North Korean hackers stole $10 million using AI-driven scams and malware, on LinkedIn. Additionally, a cyber attack targeted the data of 500,000 Auchan shoppers. A Thai medical tycoon is wanted for fraud and fled to China, according to police reports. Morgan Stanley joins U.S. peers in relocating its Middle East headquarters to Riyadh. Lutnick's Cantor engages in discussions with Tether regarding a $2 billion Bitcoin lending project. Washington restricts Intel's chip grant following the company's recent setbacks. China has set a deadline for big tech companies to address algorithm-related issues and close echo chambers on their platforms. Additionally, China is cracking down on unfair algorithm-based internet practices. On the other hand, India has restricted WhatsApp from sharing data with other Meta entities and imposed a $25.4 million fine. Furthermore, Microsoft has confirmed that the Windows 11 24H2 update is causing crashes in some Ubisoft games. Left-wing opposition candidate wins tight presidential election in Uruguay. Maduro agents have cut off electricity and intensified the siege of the Argentine embassy, as reported by an asylum seeker. 2 months ago, Venezuelan security forces surrounded the Argentine embassy after opposition members sought refuge inside. In the U.S., a report revealed that 1 in 10 Democrats believe the Trump election was illegitimate. In Israel, PM firmly condemns attempt by Jewish extremists to attack top IDF West Bank commander. Lindsey Graham tells allies we're gonna crush your economy if they arrest Netanyahu for war crimes. Reportedly, Benjamin Netanyahu weakened by the Bibi leaks, an organized leak of falsified secret documents to justify the war in Gaza. Against the threat of over-tourism, Paris aims to better distribute visitors across its districts. According to a report in the New York Post, rural counties in California and Illinois are considering seceding from the blue states to separate themselves from liberal-run cities, following Trump's election, expressing their excitement. The World Meteorological Organization (WMO) has joined the Global Initiative for Information Integrity to combat climate disinformation. Crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrollers. 24. November 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs November 8th to November 14th, 2024.
APT, Rosé et Bruno Mars. AJ Kiraat, Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya.
Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
Tu boda, Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida.
Plus 57 feet Ovi on the drums, J Balvin, Maluma, Ryan Castro and Blessed, Karol G, Fade and DFZM.
Si antes te hubiera conocido, Karol G.
Drip, Baby Monster. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Top hits on Apple Music 24. November 2024. Sticky Feet Glorilla, Sexy Red and Lil Wayne. Tyler the Creator. Wildflower Billie Eilish. Birds of a Feather Billie Eilish. What You Can Know About Me. Glorilla Sexy Red. That's So True Gracie Abrams. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, November 8th to Thursday, November 14th, 2024. Die with a Smile Lady Gaga Bruno Mars.
APT, Rosé, Bruno Mars.
Birds of a Feather Billie Eilish. Who Jimin. That's So True Gracie Abrams.
Tu Boda, Oscar Maidon, Fuerza Regida.
From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 4th to November 10th, 2024. Most viewed films in English. Meet Me Next Christmas. Time Cut. Don't Move. Martha. Sing. Most viewed films non-English. Let Go. Family Pack. Pedro Paramo. Dupachi. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 4th to November 10th, 2024. Most watched TV in English. Outer Banks, Season 4. Arcane Season 2. The Diplomat Season 2. Most viewed TV non-English. Murder Mindfully, Season 1. The Cage Season 1. Dandadan. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from 24. November 2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Mario e Luigi simbolo di marchio registrato. Brothership.
My Sims, Cozy Bundle. Stardew Valley. Steam's hottest games. Global top selling and top played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue for Tuesday, November 12, 2024 to Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG Battlegrounds. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA adds 3 known exploited vulnerabilities to catalog. CISA adds 2 known exploited vulnerabilities to catalog. CISA releases 19 industrial control systems advisories. One more drop in the AI ocean. Bria AI's RMB 2.0. RMBG version 2.0 is new state-of-the-art background removal model, designed to effectively separate foreground from background in a range of categories and image types. This model has been trained on a carefully selected dataset, which includes general stock images, e-commerce, gaming and advertising content, making it suitable for commercial use cases powering enterprise content creation at scale. The accuracy, efficiency, and versatility currently rival leading source available models. It is ideal where content safety, legally licensed datasets, and bias mitigation are paramount. 15,800 years old engravings reveal the earliest evidence of net fishing practices during the Ice Age. A community-based cohort study from the UK Biobank found a link between nut consumption and a reduced risk of all-cause dementia in adults. DNA analysis confirms that Christopher Columbus's remains are indeed entombed in Seville. Pakistan partially suspends mobile and internet services in anticipation of a pro-Imran Khan protest. In response, Islamabad imposes a lockdown in preparation for the protests, aimed at the release of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. On the other hand, die-hard gamers in China are driving the demand for esports hotels. Additionally, an Arcane Netflix banner image was removed after fans noticed subtle indications of artificial intelligence. Arcane creators state that it will be a long time before the next League of Legends adaptation is released on Netflix, as they clarify that they are not currently in production on such projects. Arcane is merely the beginning of Riot Games and Fortiche's extensive plans for League of Legends content. In other news, AMC Theaters has issued a stern warning to fans of the musical Wicked as the movie premieres, emphasizing that there will be no singing or wailing during the performance. Furthermore, Major League Baseball (MLB) is considering a move to nationalize local media rights deals, which could potentially end blackouts and provide fans with more access to their favorite teams. This decision comes after Diamond Sports Group's bankruptcy restructuring plan received court approval. Cantor Fitzgerald has agreed to acquire a 5% stake in Tether for a maximum of $600 million. Australia is conducting a public consultation on its cryptocurrency asset tax report. Swiss regulator FINMA has issued a warning about the increasing use of stablecoins for money laundering. A recent study has revealed that intense exercise may suppress appetite in healthy individuals. Additionally, prolonged sitting exceeding 10 hours daily has been associated with an increased risk of heart failure and mortality. Furthermore, a study conducted by the Cleveland Clinic has found a link between the consumption of sugar substitute xylitol and an elevated risk of heart attack and stroke. Scientists find that yelling at AI chatbots can make you feel better, as AI-assisted venting can boost psychological well-being, study suggests. The Intercept's lawsuit against OpenAI advances on claim it removed reporters' bylines. OpenAI is funding a project that researches morality in AI systems. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has shattered a record by imposing a staggering $8.2 billion in penalties for the year 2024. This record-breaking figure is primarily driven by Terraform Labs' substantial settlement, which accounts for a significant portion of the total penalties. In the same period, the SEC has also amassed a substantial revenue of $4.68 billion from the crypto sector, reflecting the ongoing crackdown on the sector. On a separate note, a recent court ruling has ordered an 836-pound cursed emerald, valued at a whopping $1 billion, to be returned to Brazil. This decision comes after a lengthy legal battle. Furthermore, a report from Bank of America suggests that tech stocks are approaching a critical threshold that could potentially lead to the demise of the U.S. exceptionalism trading strategy. The report warns that this threshold could trigger a significant shift in the market dynamics and potentially impact the performance of tech stocks. Partisanship significantly influences news consumption more than the truth, as revealed by a recent study. Uruguay's former president, José Pepe Mujica, remarked, "I dedicated myself to changing the world, but I didn't accomplish anything." In other news, the Wall Street Journal reports that TikTok CEO is seeking advice from Elon Musk regarding the incoming Trump administration. Australia abandons plan to impose fines on social media giants that facilitate the spread of misinformation. Meanwhile, Donald Trump Jr. and Elon Musk joke about buying MSNBC. In the UK, the technology secretary suggests that a social media ban for teenagers is being considered if companies fail to take action. New ballistic missile used by Russia to strike Dnipro on November 21 had no explosives and caused no destruction, as reported by Bild. Dual U.S. and Albanian citizen arrested for attempting to provide material support to ISIS and distributing instructions regarding homemade explosives. Hamas says Israeli female hostage killed in North Gaza area hit by Israel. Red Hat is officially becoming a WSL distribution, making it easier for WSL users to install and discover it through Actions. Huawei aims to have 100,000 apps on Harmony OS within a year. Microsoft has blocked the Windows 11 update on PCs with Ubisoft games due to significant issues encountered with some Ubisoft games on Windows 11. Jeep Cherokee Hybrid and Chrysler Pacifica EV are on the horizon. Denmark aims to plant 1 billion trees and convert 10% of its farmland into forests. Hundreds more Nazca lines emerge in Peru's desert. Y Combinator frequently invests in startups that closely resemble other YC companies, as evidenced by data. This phenomenon extends beyond AI code editors. A new study reveals that the Jekyll and Hyde leaders of these startups can have long-lasting and detrimental effects. Additionally, NYU Langone made history by performing the world's first fully robotic double lung transplant.